Good morning, good morning. It is Monday the 28th of January, nearly the end of the first month of spring. Amazing. You're watching Crypto Divas with me, Julian Gossa, and my partner in crime, Liina Last-Bilson. How are you, Liina?
Very good, thank you. How about
Excellent.
yourself?
We were all busy at the weekend with family commitments on, so we're only doing this now on Monday morning. And I'm very good, but I seem to have very little news. Do you want to start with the news?
Yeah, I think there's actually many topics to talk about. So I'm writing this article for a business newspaper in Estonia, and just looking at 2018, and the the whole long discussion whether it's like the crypto winter, whether the price actually matters, and there's some interesting things here. So just recently, Bitcoin dropped below 3,500 again. So some people are scared, oh my God, it's the end. But then if we look at the overall blockchain space, so whatever Bitcoin is doing, if we look at government level, there's almost every government in the world is looking at something to do with blockchain. So in Estonia, we have the e-health records are on blockchain, and also they're developing more sort of services and seeking where blockchain can make this better. EU is looking at counterfeiting, US as well, security, anti-counterfeiting. China is looking at payments, also the registries of securities and stock exchanges. India, payments land registry, Switzerland, identity. So, it's very interesting for me to do this research in depth because, it makes me really hopeful. Things are happening.
Well, you know what's interesting, what you're saying, and I think what I'm taking from this small piece you said, obviously the price will follow that, but it's that you're right, that every government is doing something now, whether it's looking at tackling potential fraud, which is still taking action, or taxation, or whether it's looking at introducing cryptocurrency. So that's huge. I mean, they're no longer ignoring it. They're no longer thinking that it's some sort of Ponzi scheme. They're taking it seriously.
Yeah, there's a disconnect between cryptocurrencies itself and the blockchain technology, and that's definitely a good thing. That's what Estonia said at the beginning as well. They like the technology, but they're on Bitcoin, and that's fine, because I'd rather countries be looking at how to use this new tech to make something better, rather than thinking whether Bitcoin should be taxed or not.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. I think we've said that quite a lot in our talks. And also, I know when I go around the world talking about Bitcoin, and more than yourself, but it's actually a big part, not Bitcoin, it's blockchain. And I get so excited about blockchain. Well, I read today, and I've been sort of scouting around the news, somebody, and I forget who it is, some sort of expert, who goes, Bitcoin and blockchain, it's no more than a glorified Excel spreadsheet. But even that isn't ironic in itself, because the Excel spreadsheet has a huge impact on business anyway. So it's like he's dismissing something that's pervasive and universal, and everybody has it in the world. Everybody knows what an Excel spreadsheet is. A lot of systems are written on Excel spreadsheets. It's ironically, although he's thinking he's trying to diminish blockchain, he's picking on a ubiquitous technology that is used globally. So it's a bit foolish, I think. That's cool. And when will your article be printed?
It's an Estonian local business, sort of, they only focus on business, so they talk about, it's the investment section, and but yeah, I realized I'm having trouble writing in my own native language because I haven't done that for so long. So it's
here's a very silly question. What is the native language of Estonia then?
Estonian.
Estonian, and is that like Russian, or is it like
No, it's like Finnish.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
say something in Estonian. Say hello, my name is Liina in Estonian.
Tere, minu nimi on Liina.
Wow. That's my first piece of Estonian I've heard. That's mad, isn't it?
Sounds Elvish.
It sounds great.
It's grammatically quite a difficult language. So yeah, I'm really struggling because I'm used to writing in English, and that is fairly simple.
But I think I have to return the compliment. Gish, it's Jill, it's Adam Dom, which is hello, my name is Jill in Gaelic, in Irish. I also cannot write in Irish. That's funny. So I think during the week I was quite busy. I was up in Dublin and I was at the first meetup for Algorand. Have you heard of Algorand, the blockchain?
Yeah.
It's founded by Silvio Micali, I think his name is. He's a Turing award-winning scientist and cryptographer based out of MIT. So they're launching. They actually funded last year. They did an equity round. They raised like 62 million, which is pretty impressive. Not with token. They are going to do token later on. And they do a whistle stop tour of the world. And we had a meetup in Dublin, and it wasn't huge. Now there wasn't that many people, but people were there were mad keen as mustard. It was aimed at developers, and Jason Weathersby from the US, he was talking all about it. It got very techy. I went a bit blurry in the middle. I went, oh my God, it's so techy. But those who were there found it absolutely fascinating, you know. And it kind of works like a lottery system, which is how they cut out the pure proof of work, I think it's called. But it's like a lottery system, so you have all these committees, but it's lottery based as opposed to solving puzzles, which takes out all the huge, obviously, you know, the waste in terms of energy and stuff like that. So very interesting. And Chris Hurley was over and Mike, one of the chat. But I say they arrived in Dublin Airport at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the airport. They were in Dublin City Centre at 6 o'clock. And then they were gone next day, 6 o'clock in the morning. And they were doing Europe. They were hopping all over Europe. So goodness help them. I think they woke up and said, what day is it? Oh, it must be Dublin Day or something. So that's an interesting space to watch because it's quite a serious. They kept on saying, and they're hiring. Anyone watching, they're hiring. Now mostly it's in Boston, but they are hiring like mad. But if you're a dev, that could be something of interest to explore.
Definitely. I've also started looking at Omise Go. They are quite interesting. So they are already.
Who are they? Sorry again. Could you say it again?
Omise Go.
Oh, okay.
Go. Am I saying it right? Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't know them.
And so they are already an established payment gateway. Omise is like their parent company, and now they are sort of doing a lot of things. They've raised some more money. They raised equity initially. I think they've got funding over 50 million now. They did an ICO as well in 2017, sold out in a day, 25 million. And they're working with basically trying to scale. It's like a scaling solution for Ethereum for fintech apps. And also they're doing a decentralized exchange. And so it kind of grew from having this payment gateway. They're already serving a lot of sort of banking clients and startups and all sorts. And they started looking at blockchain technology and said, hey, we can make things better through this. And I really like their slogan, which is unbank the banked.
Good, so, yeah, very, very catchy. Where are they based?
They are based in Thailand, Singapore, and Japan.
Okay.
The offices in Asia, and the whole sort of unbank the bank is, you know, we don't have to go giving everyone a financial sort of account because a lot of the world is still unbanked. How about we move on to like another solution rather than current banking systems that are expensive, like kind of, you know, charging you for being poor. So if you don't have a lot of money, you're paying money for an account fee. Rather moving away from that to something new. So take away this old banking nonsense and build these new fintech solutions that actually.
That actually makes sense. We were talking before we were recording about feminism and stuff like that, and I was saying how we need to rethink the world. Don't come at it from this angle all the time because that's not you come at it from this angle maybe. And that actually makes sense. Why reinvent expensive banking systems that are cost the unbanked money to get on? Why not come up with something different, something modern, something fintech based? Very clever. What is the name of the company again, sorry?
Omise.
Okay, I'll check them out. It sounds very interesting. I was doing interviewing somebody during the week. I love this idea. The whole idea of using blockchain and cryptocurrency to tokenize assets and physical assets. And this one is a cracker. This is so nice. It's in the Bahamas, so that's a good start, right? Because the Bahamas are very exotic. And do you realize it's not like 100 billions worth of sunken treasure in the seas around the Bahamas, because the pirates and also the conquering Spaniards and Portuguese, and they were all traveling past that area. And often the storms, the big storms in the Caribbean, and because they have the shifting sands under the seas in the Bahamas, they'd come back and look for the boat. They'd lose one boat, come back, and they couldn't find it. So there was a period apparently when a lot of people died in the shipwrecks and kind of take the gold and all the gold and silver and everything, all the artifacts. And then the Bahamian government banned everything because they couldn't control it. And now this project is a very clever project because the Bahamians, they own it. It's kind of like, the right of whatever. If it's sunken in your sovereign waters, it's yours. And this is like 400 years ago. I'm sure the Spanish government would be like getting all excited. But the idea is to tokenize the assets. And they put together this thing called PO8, like pieces of 8. And they're tokenizing everything. So there's been a proper expedition with marine experts and salvage experts bringing up boats and everything. There's all the artifacts too. It's not just the gold or whatever, the scramble and steel. Putting them into museums in the Bahamas, because making the idea is to make Bahamas a tourist destination for all pirates and also conquer treasure and stuff. So that, but to raise the money, the individuals can buy the tokens. So you own it, but you own the token of it, not the actual asset. And then, the Bahamian government has those two things. A, it raises enough money to bring it up properly, catalogue it all, do it all in proper scientific fashion. B, they have to build museums to house all these amazing artifacts, and they can loan them out throughout the world. Isn't that a clever system?
Yeah, that's
quite exciting. Pirates, we all love pirates after Pirates of the Caribbean. We love pirates. Jolly Rogers and what was it called? Jolly, I don't know. So I had a very interesting interview with Matt Arnett. Very, very interesting.
Yeah. I did look at some news as well.
So good.
So Steve Wozniak says that he sold all his Bitcoin at 20,000. Well, good for him. That's great. I saw Steve Wozniak talk at Money 2020 in Las Vegas a few years ago, and at that time he was very hopeful about Bitcoin. That was last year, 2017, I think. So yeah, that's kind of seems that the crypto news last week is not very exciting because they're publishing stories that okay, he sold at 20,000, so what?
Yeah.
But, yeah. Also, I mentioned earlier that we built this crypto miner for a guy who wants to use it to power and heat up his food processing facility. And now, as the markets are down, graphics card producers are suffering huge losses. So AMD is having a bad time. Also Bitmain, I believe, they make the Bitcoin miners. They have suffered huge losses because the hardware doesn't really be good enough right now and no one's buying. So on the upside, the crypto fish mining guy wants more miners, and all of the graphics card prices have dropped significantly. So I reckon we're going to get a very good deal there.
Wow, it's an ill wind that blows no good, isn't it? That's clever. Yeah. That's interesting because you're right. The card manufacturers, they've had a bit of a field day. Now they're suffering, but if you want to buy stuff, it's bargain time. Happy days.
Yeah.
So I'm going to London next month actually, and I'm going to the Crypto Curry Club.
Oh, nice.
So it's the end of the month, and it's all you could crack. It's people come together and they talk crypto over curry. And I was speaking to the founder, a woman called Erica Stanford, and I said, "Why curry?" And she said, "Well, crypto, Indian club doesn't sound so good, does it? Or crypto Mexican club." So curry is just the actual name. So that'll be interesting. I'll let you know how I get on with that. It's not for a few weeks' time, but looking forward to going there. Are you traveling much now? Can you travel of a horizon?
There's a few thoughts. I'm not quite sure yet. I would like to go back to Asia very soon. I'm maybe, but yeah, nothing concrete yet.
Yeah, it's a bit slower. I thought last year was a lot busier, even with the downturn. I was supposed to go to Stockholm next month. It's been cancelled. quite a few cancellations out there, I think, and it's just that people figure out, do they got that mad confidence fever? Maybe it's slowing up a bit. I don't know. I hope not, because I enjoy my travel.
Yeah, January is slow anyway. So.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah. So that's all the news that I have, and there's very little news. I was busy doing lots of stuff. Can't think about. Oh, I know. Oh, you know one thing. I have a radio show. I have 2 radio shows here in Ireland. And last Saturday morning, not the one just gone, the one previous, I into this lovely Irish artist called Ian Brennan, or Hearty Arty, as he's known on Facebook. And he's a young artist doing a series of nudes. And he was in the studio looking for exhibition space. But as we were chatting live on air, he said, I need nudes as well. I was like, yes, yes. So last week I posed at my sitting, and it's so funny because on the one hand, so I'm going to be part of this exhibition. He's a beautiful painter. He's a bit like, you know, the painter Lucien Freud. You've seen his stuff. Like, Google Lucien Freud. He's a bit like him. He paints in oil. Very dramatic. He is an artist. So on the one hand, I'm very proud. I'm going, you know, I'm a woman. You know, we've got to own ourselves, own our bodies. All this thing about shame, body shaming. You know, I mean, I am what I am. On the other hand, I'm going, I just pose naked. So that'll be coming out in April time, I think. I'm doing a documentary as well. Oh my God, it's hilarious because on the one hand, I'm very positive about it. On the other hand, I'm going, oh, you know, and especially this is January, so I'm trying to get fit and lose weight, you know. So it is so funny. It's tapping into my be a strong feminist, you know, it's a woman, be proud of who you are. On the other hand, I'm going, ah. So I'm trying to calm down the bit. That was my exciting week, posing naked. And we had the filmmaker there too. So I'm laughing at 2 young men in my house and me running around naked. What will the neighbors think? It's life. I had a family gathering yesterday, and I'm the second youngest of my family, but we're all saying life is all about experiences. It really is, you know, and we kind of realize it now because all the brothers and sisters, there's 6 of us. Our children are all young adults now, and in fact, we were there for a christening of one of my niece's child, so it's the next generation coming through. But we're all going, we've got to do stuff now because you know what, we're in our 50s and 60s. If we don't do it now, you know, we'll be 70s, 80s, we won't be able to do it, you know. So that's my takeout. Do it. Just do it. So there was a bit less crypto this week, but never mind. We'll come back next week and we'll do more crypto and blockchain conversations.
Definitely.
Brilliant.
Maybe the price will bounce back.
We'll see. Exactly. We ignore it if it goes away. So until next week, like and share.
Yeah, and comment everywhere. Send links to your friends. Yeah, and if you have something interesting that you would like to talk about, maybe get in touch with us. We could do an interview and so on.
Excellent. I'm going to put that in the notes as well. Brilliant. Good thinking, Liina. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.